Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great Saturday and a great weekend. And, I've been reading the news and I've seen it's just like there's a big news, everybody's focused on it, and then the next thing, something next happens, and then everybody forgets about it. So that's how the news are. And unfortunately, what took everybody's mind off the coronavirus was the unfortunate death of George Floyd. And it's just so sad that it actually there's just so many things. First of all, he should still be alive. Second of all, it's heartbreaking that there's a video of him during his last moments. Third of all, I know that a lot of people are, doing, what's it called? They're doing marches and protests. But then these things are also turning violent, and they're turning into, somebody else already died because of it. And it becomes looting and everything, and it's just, I found a picture that I shared online, and it had a picture of Martin Luther King when he was doing a protest. They were very calmly walking down the street, a bunch of people calmly walking down the street, holding signs. And then there was another picture below, which the picture of Martin Luther King said, "This is a protest." And then below it was a picture of people looting Target in Minneapolis or wherever around Minneapolis. And they think that by looting they're protesting, but that's not loot, that's a crime. And that's what the picture said. This is a protest, walking down the street, saying you have the freedom of speech, saying what you want to be heard, and then looting a store is, it's a crime. And honestly, I didn't know George Floyd personally, of course, but do you think that he would want people committing crimes and already somebody else dying over what happened to him? It's just, I don't know. And all my sympathies go to his family. I hope they get all the support and prayer that they need. And I hope that justice is served. And I know that if it's not served on this earth, it's going to be served once we pass on another whole place. And I don't know, I just think that what's happening is every time there's like what happened with the young man in Florida, I believe it was, who was killed by a night guard or something. I see that unfortunately it's like the school shootings. They're happening more often, and it's like people are getting kind of like used to them, and that should never be the case against being racist. And a lot of people also blame certain high people and blame a certain man for promoting maybe white supremacy and all that. And it's like everybody has everybody's choice. Everybody has a choice they can make. Everybody has that option. And I just think that it's really sad what happened to this man. It's unfortunate. I feel really bad for him and his family. It's something that could have been prevented. But the whole thing, it's turned into this whole, the National Guard getting called, riot police, tear gas, bullet guns. And it's like, if we want to protest something, it needs to be done in the proper way. Because the way it's being done right now, it's giving, George Floyd was African American, and all of the photos that you see from the media outlets showing them looting the stores and setting cars on fire, setting apartment complexes on fire, that's like, it gives them a bad image. So it's like, I don't know, it makes it worse. It doesn't make it any better. And being Hispanic myself, well, my parents are Hispanic, I understand how people can be racist against you. I've had people, hold on a second. Can I go now? Okay. I've had people be rude to my mother and to myself just because we're Hispanic, and it's just like, that's not right. It's not. But am I gonna go loot a store because of that? I'm not going to do that either. So I hope closure. I hope justice is done. I hope closure comes to the George Floyd's family. All my thoughts and prayers are with them. But the whole protesting and looting and starting fires of cars, breaking police cars, being rude to police officers. You have to understand, because of something one man did, now everybody hates the police. And it's like, that's not right. And I have a 6-year-old who, catches glimpses of that, and then all of a sudden he thinks that police are bad. And it's like, no, police officers are actually, they're here to protect us. And sadly, sometimes that's not the case. I don't know the situation of this case. I don't know if that man, I was reading today that that George Floyd allegedly resisted arrest. Well, if he resisted arrest, that cop should have called for more backup and not try to be a superhero and try to control the man himself. If you need backup, call backup. And no, but instead what he did is he pinned the man to the ground and then evidently killed him. So it's like, people need to stop. If you're a police officer, I appreciate your job that you do every day. I really do appreciate it. They are here to help us, to protect and serve. But at the same time, if you're a police officer, you need to know your boundaries. And you need to really, I don't know, they need to do some kind of, I don't know, test, or I don't know what the police academy needs to do to stop these individuals who might let it slip. I don't know what the problem is, but I just know that looting and breaking into the store. Hold on, Caleb. Breaking into stores and setting things on fire. It's something that I don't think is right, and it makes people fearful, because then what happens later is, if something else were to happen to somebody else who's African American, let's say something else were to happen to someone that's African American, you know, something similar were to happen, like let's say in the town that I live in, then everybody's going to assume that the same thing's going to happen. We're going to have looting, we're going to have this, and we're going to have that. And I've read the news where the protesters that have wanted to do it peacefully, they get overpowered by these violent other people that want to just get, you know, how do you say, ¿cómo se dice aprovechar en inglés? They want to take advantage of the situation and loot a store and go get whatever they can for free, and that's just not right. Yeah, they want to take advantage of that, and that's just sad. You know, people should be protesting peacefully. No other lives should be taken. There is a justice system that perhaps people think it might be broken, but if you think that, then we need to make sure we vote, we choose the correct senators, we choose the correct people that we vote for, representatives, and, you know, we just need to let justice be served the way it's supposed to be served. And when we try to take justice into our own hands, it backfires. And a lot of people, I'm sure, in Minneapolis or the cities around there are probably like living in fear, probably even more scared than they were when the whole coronavirus hit thing. And it's